Hello everyone, welcome back to Dugout Daily. I'm Charlie and today we have another video. This time we are previewing the match where the Bernabeu will host Tuesday's quarter-final first leg in a rematch of last year's unforgettable Champions League semi-final as 14-time winners Real Madrid and current holders Manchester City cross paths once again. Before we get going, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Dugout Daily, the football channel. Hit the Apex, the F1 channel. And at MCFC Hibs on Twitter. We will get going then. And a little under 12 months ago, Pep Guardiola's men demolished the 14-time winners 5-1 over two fixtures to storm into the final, although nothing could separate the two titanic foes in the Spanish capital before City ran riot at the Etihad. Quickly becoming accustomed to intense knockout nights with their Mancunian counterparts, Real Madrid have plenty of wrongs to right after last year's Etihad embarrassment, but the hot streak of Carlo Ancelotti's Blancos suggests that Tuesday's hosts can rip the crown from the Sky Blues' grasp. After suffering Copa del Rey agony at the hands of Atletico Madrid in the middle of January, the La Liga champions-elect have strung together a 13-match unbeaten streak across all competitions, including a two-legged victory, albeit a slightly unconvincing one, over Leipzig in the Champions League last 16. A 1-0 away success preceded a 1-1 draw at the Bernabeu in the second leg, sufficient to send the 14-time European champions through to the last eight for the fourth season running, and it's been 20 years since Real Madrid were last knocked out of the continent's premier competition at this stage. Since falling to Monaco's superiority in 2004, Los Blancos have emerged triumphant from their last 11 Champions League quarter-finals, and the hosts reunite with Manchester City on the back of a three-game La Liga winning streak, netting 10 goals against Celta Vigo, Osasuna and Athletic Bilbao. Enjoying a 9-day break since a straightforward 2-0 beating of the latter, keeping them 8 points clear of Barcelona at the top of the table. Los Blancos now endeavour to extend their incredible streak without defeat at home, which stands at 26 matches since Villarreal's 3-2 triumph in April 2023, if they're to arrive in Manchester with something to protect rather than pursue. Willy Orban's inconsequential equaliser for Leipzig also represents the only goal that Real Madrid have conceded in their last 5 contests on their own turf in all competitions, but reigning champions Manchester City arrive in the capital having flaunted their attacking prowess on the road throughout 2024. After going through the group stage without dropping a point, Manchester City customarily made light work of Danish champions Copenhagen in the last 16, with a pair of 3-1 wins home and away, meaning that Pep Guardiola's men have sensationally scored 3 goals in each of our 8 Champions League matches so far this season. In fact, not since last year's 1-1 Bernabeu draw have City failed to prevail in Europe's top tournament, enjoying our second longest winning streak in the history of the Champions League at 10 matches, and our overall unbeaten sequence in the competition stands at a remarkable 21 since a 3-1 loss away to Real Madrid in 2022. By thumping Crystal Palace 4-2 in Saturday's Premier League affair, thanks to a Kevin De Bruyne masterclass, Guardiola's troops remain on the coattails of title rivals Arsenal and Liverpool and arrive at the Bernabeu having avoided defeat in each of our last 25 matches in all competitions, winning 11 of our last 12 away from the Etihad. Furthermore, Manchester City's 10-match winning sequence in the Champions League commenced with last May's 4-0 home crushing of Real Madrid, who have won just one of their last 6 games with the holders. However, only one of Los Blancos' 5 clashes with the citizens at the Bernabeu have seen the Spaniards end up on the losing side, but something will eventually have to give between the two managers with the most wins in the history of the Champions League. So the form of both sides, starting with Real Madrid, they're unbeaten in their last 6 Champions League games, with that run being a 2-1 away win at Braga, a 3-0 win at home to Braga, a 4-2 win at home to Napoli, a 3-2 win away at Union Berlin, a 1-0 win away at Leipzig, and a 1-1 draw at home to Leipzig. They're also unbeaten in their last 6 in all competitions, with that run being a 1-0 win at home to Sevilla, a 2-2 draw away at Valencia, a 1-1 draw at home to Leipzig, a 4-0 win at home to Celta Vigo, a 4-2 win away at Osasuna, and a 2-0 win at home to Athletic Bilbao. Manchester City have won our last 6 Champions League matches, with that run being a 3-1 away win at Young Boys, a 3-0 win at home to Young Boys, a 3-2 win at home to Leipzig, a 3-2 win away at Red Star, a 3-1 win at home to Copenhagen. A 3-1 win away at Copenhagen, and a 3-1 win at home against Copenhagen. We're also unbeaten in our last 6 in all competitions, with that run being the 3-1 home win against Copenhagen, a 1-1 draw away at Liverpool, a 2-0 win at home to Newcastle in the FA Cup, a 0-0 draw at home to Arsenal, a 4-1 win at home to Aston Villa, and a 4-2 win away at Crystal Palace. With Eder Militao now back in Ancelotti's ranks after a devastating ACL injury, only Thibaut Courtois and David Alaba are taking up beds in the Real Madrid infirmary with serious knee issues. Dani Ceballos is now working with the group again after being restricted to individual training last week. Militao made just his second appearance of the season as a late sub against Athletic at the end of March, but having only been brought on deep into injury time, Ancelotti may hold fire on introducing the Brazilian back into the 11 just yet. However, centre-back compatriot Vinicius Junior, who was absent from his side's most recent La Liga encounter due to suspension, is now eligible to play again. So former Manchester City prestige Brahim Diaz should drop down to the bench against his old club. Manchester City defenders have been dropping like flies over the past couple of weeks as Josko Vardiol picked up a niggle during his side's Premier League beating at Crystal Palace at the weekend, although he has made the squad for the first leg. However, Manchester City's doctors told Guardiola that Kyle Walker with a hamstring injury has no chance of playing in the first leg. The ex-Tottenham man tried to defy the odds to make himself available but failed to do so, and he joins Nathan Ake with a calf injury on the absentee list. Even if Guardiola isn't risked from the off, Manuel Akanji proved his competence at left-back in the second half against Palace, and Guardiola should have no qualms about throwing the Switzerland international in from the start on Tuesday, where the fit again Ederson, Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden should also earn promotions back into the first 11. So the predicted teams then, starting with Real Madrid, I've gone with Lunin in goal, Carvajal, Rudiger, Nacho and Mendy as a back four, with Valverde, Tchouaméni and Kroos in midfield, with Bellingham behind Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo in attack. And the predicted team for Manchester City is Ederson in goal, Lewis, Stones, Diaz and Akanji as a back four, Silva, Rodri and De Bruyne in midfield, with Doku, Haaland and Foden in attack. As the unstoppable force of Manchester City meets the immovable objects of Real Madrid, expect fireworks to fly between two sides whose offensive plays are joy to watch, although both defences can still be susceptible to the odd lapse in concentration. Goals should therefore be a guarantee at the Bernabeu, but as was the case last season, I just can't separate the two sides in the Spanish capital and can only envisage a closely contested stalemate in Tuesday's first leg. Certainly a far better result for Guardiola's side if last year is anything to go by. So I predict this game will finish Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 2. So that is it for this video then. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Dugout Daily, the football channel. Hit the Apex, the F1 channel. And at MCFC Hibs on Twitter. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. And we'll speak to you all soon. Take care and goodbye for now. Cheers, everyone.